Hey y'all, it's your girl Akiria, aka AK, and today I'm just gonna be talking about a couple things that I've been thinking about, okay? Uh Hate me now, love me tomorrow. So our first topic is sometimes it's you and discernment and accountability. Y'all, sometimes it's you. Sometimes it is you. Sometimes it's not the other person, the everybody else. Sometimes it is you, sometimes it's us. And that was something that I had to really sit with. I'll never forget the time I was in therapy, and my therapist was like, you will burn down everything around you, and then you'll look around and be like, well, what happened? She was so on point. She was so on point. And I didn't really understand it at the time. Like I heard her, but I was just kind of like, what? And also thinking the hell yeah, it's my right to burn everything down. These people are blah 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 blah. Blah. You know what I'm saying? But what I realized is that I was lacking discernment for who it was that I was allowing into my space and into my body, who I was taking up time with, who I was creating friendships with, who I was dealing with in partnership or romantically. And I would be like, yo, these people like doing me dirty. Everybody's doing me dirty. They're all doing me so bad. I'm such a great friend. I'm such a great girlfriend. Why are all these listen, okay? And I really and not even on I'm the victim type of thing, but really on like, wow, like, yo, these people are really shitty. And really what it boiled down to when I learned to take some accountability was that I wasn't being discerning in who needed to be that close to me in my life at any given time. It was just like come for all, every free for all. Hey, come over. We're friends now. We're no boundaries, no standards, getting in relationships, no boundaries, no standards, just because you like me, I kind of like you. Sex is, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that was definitely a recipe for disaster. Okay. So, yeah, sometimes it is us. And it takes a level of self awareness and self honesty, really, to like do an internal review of what it is that we are allowing in our lives. And I found that I wasn't really viewing people's character until it was too late, or we were so deep into the friendship, and I just kept letting stuff slide over and over and over and over and over and over, and now I'm blowing up and burning shit down just like my therapist said. So I feel like the goal, a healthy goal, at least for myself, is to take the steps to not have to burn shit down all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're always gonna, there's always space for you to be like, oh no, we need to course correct. I'm gonna have to, we gotta, this isn't working anymore as far as relationships with other people go. But if you could take the time to really assess what type of people you want to be dealing with and that you want in your space and in your life and in your community, then you have, more agency to create a more positive and nurturing and progressive um, community, and yeah, just friendships and relationships. Just something that's more rooted in an alignment and aligned with you and your values and what you want. So yeah, sometimes it's you, boo. Sometimes it's you. Bet we got that. We're gonna go ahead and cross that off. My little cheap markers. Anyway, so the last thing I want to talk about, second thing, not too much, okay? You are not too deep. for the right people. You are not too deep for the right people. And I am talking to myself mainly because that is something that has been an insult or hurled at me as a, character flaw or an annoyance or a grievance, is that I'm just too deep. And I battled with that for a long time because it's like, well, damn, like I am deep, but am I too deep? But no, I'm not. Because this is just how I am. It's how I've been as a child. I want to get in there. I want to get in the nooks and the crannies of things and understanding people, and our relationship with one another, and how people think and work and what things mean to me, and being able to express those things out into the world and with people who are my friends or who I am in a relationship with. And I've been like that as a child. I'm curious. I'm a Scorpio, for crying out loud. If that means anything, it means, you know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of depth, and I always have as a child. I have a curious mind. I'm always wanting to learn. I want to talk. So I'm on YouTube right now. Okay. I like to do this thing. So it was one of those things where I had to kind of assess, like, damn, am I? But it wasn't something that is unnatural to me. It's not like I was trying. I just think that a lot of times I was with people who did not have, or with not just romantically, but friendships as well, that did not have the capacity to go to those certain types of depths, or just maybe not with me, right? So that, yeah, you're not too deep. It is, though, I have learned, I think the responsible thing for your heart and for just your mental health is to know who to be this deep with, right? The discernment that I spoke of in the first part. Having the discernment to know that, okay, well, this friend, we can talk about these types of things, but this person over here is the person that I can really get into the nitty gritty of things with, as far as just conversation or expressing these types of feelings. There are people who can provide certain things. Not every friend, or not every friend is going to be able to sustain or go that deep or even want to do that with you. So for those who have been told you're too deep, find the people who are just as deep or willing to go there with you and appreciate what it is that you offer with your depth, your thinking, your emotions. And open yourself up to be discovered as well. Like, you will align with those people, and sometimes it's not all the time. And I've realized, like, that's why journaling is great. Journaling is great. Making these videos is great, because I don't have a lot of people around who wants to sit and listen to me talk about these things and theorize this and get all like deep and philosophical and emotional, like there's not, I don't. So I'm talking to y'all. And the great thing is, I can do what it is that I want, whatever it is I want, with my own energy, and put it out there, and whoever comes across it and likes it, benefits from it, that's great. So that's something that I found is, it helps me as well, because some people, just it's just not for everybody's not going to be able to, or care to go this deep, at least in, that, and not all the time either, right? Um, and another thing I have realized with being too deep, like, I realized, like, a pitfall that has happened a lot of times is that people will like your depth when it's in service to them, when they're going through something, and you're there to hold that space for them. You're there to help them, like, comb through certain, regular stuff, not no like therapy. You're not therapizing people. I'm not talking like that. I'm talking about the regular basic shit when you talking to your friends, and you guys are just going, if something's going on and you just need somebody to get it out to and get perspective. I realize that a lot of people like the depth then. They can accept the depth then when it's for their benefit, when you're holding that space and you're that container for them. And then, the other part of that pitfall is when it's your turn, they just might not be there. They don't have it for you to give to you, which is an imbalance. And so, yeah, that's a pitfall that I've found. Too long didn't read. Sometimes the pitfalls of being too deep with people is that they like it when it's in benefit and service of them and you're holding that space. Not so much so when you're asking for the same thing in return, or you're just, yeah. So yeah, you're not too deep for the right people, okay? And just find other outlets to get all of this stuff out, because we're all just humans. Everybody has shit going on. Ain't nobody got time all the time to just sit with you in those spaces and things. So that is, I mean, it fucking sucks sometimes, but that is the truth. And there are people who are willing to go to that depth with you, be there, hold that space for you as well. You just need to find the right people, or allow them to find you, or y'all, align with it, whatever language you want to use. You're not too deep, okay? And that is all I wanted to say today, you guys. Um, Thank you, you lovely people, for listening to me and watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Mwah.